Joe Biden campaigned on reproductive rights in Florida, where a state ban on abortion beyond 6 weeks becomes law next week.
It's criminalizing reproductive health care before women even know whether they're pregnant. I mean, this is bizarre.
The Florida abortion law will be one of the nation's most restrictive and is a victory for the state's conservative Republican leaders, says University of Miami law professor Caroline Mala Corbin.
For those of people whose religion teaches that life begins at conception and therefore pregnancy is the moral equivalent of a human being, this decision is obviously triumph.
It's also a political challenge for Donald Trump, who says the Florida law goes too far, but who also wants to remind anti-abortion voters that he ended federal abortion protections with Supreme Court appointments that shifted the judicial majority on the court and overturned Roe v. Wade. The Biden campaign sees that as a political opportunity.
For 50 years, the court ruled that there was a fundamental constitutional right to privacy. But 2 years ago, that was taken away. Let's be real clear. There's one person responsible for this nightmare, and he's acknowledged and he brags about it, Donald Trump.
Trump does brag about it, and did so again in a video on his social media site this month.
This 50-year battle over Roe v. Wade took it out of the federal hands and brought it into the hearts, minds, and vote of the people in each state. It was really something. Now it's up to the states to do the right thing.
The challenge is when states do things with which Trump does not agree, like Florida, and like Arizona, where the state Supreme Court upheld an 1800s ban on nearly all abortions. Voters in Arizona and Florida will both have abortion rights measures on their November ballots. Similar initiatives in Kansas and Ohio over the last 2 years have been losing propositions for Republicans. And Trump is reminding supporters about the electoral vulnerability of abortion.
Like Ronald Reagan, I am strongly in favor of exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. You must follow your heart on this issue, but remember, you must also win elections to restore our culture and, in fact, to save our country, which is currently, and very sadly, a nation in decline.
It's a vulnerability Biden is pressing.
Donald Trump is worried voters are going to hold him accountable for the cruelty and chaos he created. Folks, the bad news for Trump is we are going to hold him accountable. We are. He should be held accountable.
As part of its push on reproductive rights, the Biden administration this week strengthened medical records privacy for people traveling across state lines. It's aimed at protecting women who live in states where abortion is illegal from being prosecuted in that state for having an abortion elsewhere. Scott Stearns, VOA News.